Celebrities get famous because of their hard work. They worked so much for their name and their fame. But do you know what can destroy years of hard work? It's just one word: blame, controversy. Welcome to our channel Sizzling Gossip, your gossip point. So without any more delay, let's dive in. Number 10. Kanye West. During his long career, Kanye West has inspired millions of people, but he has also courted trouble and been in the news for the wrong reasons. In the late 2010s, he said that Bill Cosby was not guilty and that African Americans chose to be slaves. In 2022, he bothered Pete Davidson, who was dating his ex-wife Kim Kardashian, by wearing a White Lives Matter shirt and posting a series of anti-Semitic statements. Because of this, he was banned from Twitter and Instagram, but in interviews, he said even more. Some of his worst comments, which he is said to have made, like praising Hitler and Nazis, were cut out and not shown. Several brands, such as Adidas, stopped working with him. Many fans still want him to get help and apologize for what he did. Number 9. Amber Heard. One of the events of 2022 that generated the most public interest and discussion was the trial between the actors Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Heard had published an article in 2018 in which she described herself as the victim of an abusive relationship, and Depp used this as the basis for his defamation lawsuit against Heard. Following this, the two stars engaged in a protracted legal battle against one another that involved a lot of airing of dirty laundry. The testimony given by her during the trial generated a lot of discussion, with some calling into question her level of sincerity. In the end, the jury decided in favor of Depp, and Heard was given a fine of $15 million. However, the amount was reduced to $350,000 because of a cap that is imposed by state law. Numerous petitions have been started in an effort to get her removed from the movie Aquaman. No matter what happens, many people believe that she has reached the end of her career. Number 8. Ezra Miller. Miller was able to land a string of high-profile roles, which opened a lot of doors for him. On the other hand, in the year 2020, a video emerged showing Miller choking a woman in Iceland. In the year 2022, their behavior resulted in a series of arrests, as they were accused of yelling obscenities at people in a bar, breaking into a couple's bedroom, and threatening to burn them, and throwing a chair into the head of a woman. In addition to that, allegations have been made that they harassed and sexually pursued minors. In September, Vanity Fair published an article claiming that Miller had announced that they were going to be the next Messiah. Well, following an arrest for burglary in August, Miller's legal team took action, and following a plea of no contest to charges of disorderly conduct, Miller started receiving treatment for mental health issues. It is anyone's guess what Miller will do after this, despite the fact that their upcoming film, The Flash, is expected to be released in 2023. Number 7. Alex Jones. In spite of the fact that the host of InfoWars has been a proponent of a wide variety of conspiracies, including Pizzagate and Donald Trump's big lie about the 2020 election, he is most well known for spreading false information regarding the tragedy that occurred at Sandy Hook. As a direct consequence of the conspiracy theory, grieving parents have been subjected to harassment and threats, and they have been told that their children did not exist. 2022 was the year that he was finally tried in court. During the protracted legal battle, which consisted of 3 separate trials, Jones' own attorneys made the unfortunate mistake of sending a copy of his entire phone to an opposing attorney. The plaintiffs were awarded $1.4 billion in the end, despite the fact that he attempted to conceal his assets and frequently lied under oath. Jones has openly pointed the finger at globalists who are working to destroy him. Number 6. J.K. Rowling. Because of her groundbreaking fantasy book series Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling is widely regarded as one of the most successful authors of our time. For many years, she was someone who countless fans, young and old, looked up to as a role model. On the other hand, there has been a shift in public opinion, most noticeably regarding her stance on transgender people. Even actors from the Harry Potter series, with Daniel Radcliffe being the most prominent example, have spoken out against these views. Rowling published a novel in August titled The Ink Black Heart, about a woman who is persecuted and killed after being accused of transphobia. The novel received backlash for being seen as an instance of self-insertion, which further tarnished her reputation after the Harry Potter series. Number 5. Will Smith. The 94th Academy Awards were proceeding without a hitch-up until it was time to announce the winner of the award for Best Documentary Feature. When it came time for Chris Rock to present the award, he made fun of the fact that Jada Pinkett Smith had her head shaved. She has always been open and honest about the challenges that she faces due to her alopecia. Will Smith, her husband, stormed the stage and smacked Rock across the face as a response. Rock was visibly shaken up. Everyone, but Chris Rock in particular, was taken aback by the news. As a result of his performance in King Richard, Smith was awarded the Academy Award for Best Actor. Because of the slap, he has received a significant amount of backlash, and several of his projects have either been scrapped or put on hold. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences excluded him from the prestigious awards show for a full decade, and Smith later admitted that the past trauma he had experienced probably played a role in the decision, but that it did not justify the action. Number 4. Fred Savage. Fred Savage, who was on the Wonder Years, has been accused of wrongdoing more than once. Some of the people who worked on the Wonder Years defended him in 1993, and Fox cleared him of wrongdoing on the set of The Grinder in 2018. But in May of 2022, Savage was fired from his jobs as director and executive producer of the reboot of The Wonder Years because of new accusations. There were verbal outbursts and inappropriate behavior among them. Since The Wonder Years is still what Savage is best known for, this is a huge blow that could close a lot of doors. Number 3. Cuba Gooding Jr. Cuba Gooding Jr., who played Jerry Maguire, pleaded guilty in April to forcibly touching a woman who worked in a New York nightclub in 2018. It was not the first time that he had been accused of such a thing. To this day, 30 different women have accused him of inappropriately touching them. The news shocked his fans, many of whom had grown up watching him in the movies. After he fulfilled the terms of the plea deal, which required him to participate in counseling for a period of 6 months, he was spared incarceration. However, he is also being sued in a civil court for a number of other cases, and this has unquestionably damaged his reputation. Number 2. Kurt Zuma. If there is one thing that won't be allowed on the internet, it's mistreating cats. So when videos of French football player Kurt Zuma hurting his cat came out in February, there was a lot of talk about it in the media. Animal rights activists and sports fans came together to say that what he did was wrong and that he should be punished for it. Quickly, sponsors of both Zuma and the team pulled their support, and the cats were given to new homes. Fans of other teams also made chants making fun of Zuma and pointing out that he was being treated badly. In March, an investigation began, and by April, the athlete was charged with animal cruelty and was told that he couldn't have cats for at least 5 years. Number 1. Ned Fulmer. This was one of the most surprising things to happen in 2022. Fans called Ned Fulmer a wife guy because he often said nice things about his partner. He was best known for his work with the Try Guys. He talked about her in several videos and seemed sincere when he said that he was a family man. But in September, it came out that he had been cheating on his wife with one of his own workers. It seemed like everyone on the internet, including the rest of the Try Guys, was shocked by the news. Fulmer was fired from the company because of how bad the fallout was. It got so big that SNL made fun of the group's answer video. Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and do not forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. We'll see you at the next one.